favorite way to start the day, 3 to 4 mile run down to the beach. We're gonna do 3 miles out, 3 miles back. Can you imagine not running in the morning?
I'm not convinced yet.
Ted, welcome to, I think this will be volume 4. So 30 years at Ware and Malcomb, what was your first position there?
Well, they made me earn every position. So I started as a senior project manager. Within a year, I was the director of the group. It was a very small group.
How many people?
3.
You directed 3 people?
Yes.
There were 3 people 30 years ago that you were directing. How many directors are at Ware and Malcomb now?
Now we have somewhere, well, on the interior side, and I'll just say that because that's my domain.
Yeah.
We have pretty close to 26 directors.
And each director typically directs?
On a small office, it might be 5 to 10. A large office, It might be 40 people.
Wow.
So we've grown substantially from the humble days of 30 years ago.
Were you at Ware and Malcomb before Larry?
No. Larry is coming up on the big 4-0
Wow.
this year. He's 40 years with the company.
He's really set up the foundation for you guys. I know he's been working on that for as long as I can remember.
Yeah, he's a mastermind on the business side. He's done a tremendous job of just setting the company up for success.
Where's your favorite location to visit? Ware and Malcomb location?
More recently, one of our newer offices or redone offices is in Vaughan, which is in Canada, and it's awesome.
Really?
It's really beautiful.
Snow? They have snow there?
Sometimes, yeah. At this time of year, they definitely do.
Are you a skier?
Yes, I like to.
Snowboard ever?
No.
You're anti-snowboard,
That looks too painful.
Yeah.
So I just stick to skiing is awesome.
When I started the business with Jennifer's Uncle Pete, and we were going to do a cabinet shop, and I had a couple people in my life at that time that I trusted in the industry. One was Bill Halford, who unfortunately passed away. He was the president of the Irvine Company. And Ted was another person I was talking to. And after we got started, I went to Ted and said, Ted, can you help me design a logo? And Ted designed our old logo, which was 3 circles, and each circle is a different cut of veneer. And I just thought that was like the most brilliant idea, and that was Ted's idea, and it was the logo we used for, the first 10 or so years, maybe 12 years.
It was lime green at first.
Yeah,
right?
It was lime green, which
that was hip then.
It was. We had a
anymore.
lime green smart car. Yeah, I think it was 2 cylinders.
Maybe 1.
Yeah, it was single cylinder. Like he didn't charge me like a royalty on that thing because we've pumped out a lot of merchandise.
I have to ask you, Brian, when did you add the tagline "Be Awesome," and how did that come about?
I think for us, the culture of the company, the people that we work with, not just our employees, but architects that we partner with, or contractors, even our vendors, we've always had this desire to not work with people who are difficult, whether they're always angry or maybe they don't pay on time, or maybe it's an employee who causes problems with other employees, or there's all kinds of reasons why people can be difficult. And we wanted to create a culture where it was a safe place to work, and people came in and were given a little bit of latitude just to do their job, and no one's micromanaged. And this whole concept, we kind of thought about it as a whole and thought, we just want to be awesome, go the extra mile, communicate better than most, making the right decisions with regards to quality without having to be told to do that. And that's being awesome, right? I mean, you're just doing the right thing. It could be at work, and it could be just as a person, as a husband, being awesome, as a father, as a friend, as a neighbor. Doing the right thing is another way of saying it, but being awesome is kind of a different way. It's just a different spin on it. So it just became this tagline where you can just say, be awesome, and it might mean something a little bit different to you than it does to me, but it all goes in the same pile. It's whatever you think's awesome, I think's awesome, because we both have the same end in mind, doing the right thing.
Yeah.
So
Love it.
Well, tell me, Ted, about what you do. What's a normal day? What's a normal week look like for you? It's probably all a little bit different, but kind of on average, how do you spend your time? What are your challenges, things that are difficult in this industry? Talk a little bit about that.
Well, every day is a bit different. It's a mix between working with other leaders, trying to activate our markets, helping people think of creative ways to do business development and guiding them toward that. With as many people as we have, business development is constantly on my mind on, how do we make sure that we're getting the work that we need to give opportunities to all the other people in the company that we've been fortunate to have. But I think in the back of my mind too, we always think about our craft of design and how we can influence others with great design. So there's a few different things that we're working on. I think the biggest challenges, other than making sure that we're getting plenty of work in the door, is talent and where's the next great person that should be on the Ware Malcomb team, and making sure that we're keeping our eyes open to other people that should be part of our ranks.
How far out do you look as a company, backlog-wise? I mean, are you looking at work a year out, 2 years out? Do you look that far out?
We try to. The two kind of big sectors that we practice in are really development-driven work and corporate work. The development work has a longer cycle through it, and especially if a developer is looking at a piece of land and they need to get that all ready to go, that could be a year, 2 years out, and our civil engineering team will get way in front of projects like that. On the interior side, day in and day out, it's a 60-day window as far as I can see, sometimes 90. So it's super short in comparison, but the two together really work well because
it's a good blend.
Yeah, you end up with some work that trickles in from the architecture side, and you've got a longer duration, which helps you feel better. But on the interior side, it's pretty short for the most part.
Let's go back to one other question. Checkers or chess?
Chess for sure.
Chess for sure. We're sitting in front of a chess set designed by Ted here. Rumor has it your son smokes you at chess.
That is 100% true.
That is true.
I taught them how to play chess, and now they've surpassed.
It's funny how it works that way.
Yes.
Ask him what the best piece of advice you've ever given.
Oh, what's the best piece of advice anybody has ever given you?
It wasn't from a person per se, but one thing that just kind of hit me, Carol and I were on vacation and we were in Carmel, California, and we walked into this one little store and they had cards, and this one card that was there that said, do something today that your future self will thank you for. And it really made me think, wow, that's a profound thought to think about the future and what can I do today to influence a better outcome in the future.
Yeah. What would one thing be?
Making sure that we take care of ourselves.
Yeah.
Making sure you're exercising or doing healthy things, healthy habits that'll help you in the future, that you don't look back and regret and say, gosh, too bad I sat on the sofa so much when I could have been surfing or running.
Man, I need to get myself a copy of that card.
That's right. Frame it and put it in your office.
When was the last time you ran?
Just yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the normal run for you?
Monday,
How many
Wednesday.
miles?
Yeah, usually around 3 to 4 miles.
Okay. Some people really enjoy it. It's horrible.
It's all the wonderful benefit you get at the end, which is good.
Like over time, don't your knees and your hips hurt and
No.
your ankles?
No, I guess I was born to be able to do it.
Yeah, well, you're light.
Yeah, I try to be light.
Have you done a half marathon, a marathon?
Formally, 10K is the longest I've done. And
Is it 7 miles, 6 miles?
yeah, it's a little over 6.
All this run talk, maybe we should give it a try.
Yeah, you might find that you really like it. We're gonna do kind of a light workout run. This is, how could you not love waking up in the morning and doing this in the morning?
If there wasn't a little chill, you'd think it was Hawaii.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. I heard that you dominated in the turkey trot when you did that years ago.
Oh yeah, I
So-
dominated.
Yeah.
I dominated turkey dinner that night.
Shall we do this?
Let's
You
go.
all warmed up?
Let's do it.
Okay.
All right.
Here we go. I'll go easy on you. You know, we're just starting out here, so
Okay.
I don't want you to get too winded.
I do need a little exercise.
So what's the longest run you've done?
5K.
5K.
Yeah, 5K.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's just something about running that it's just not fun.
Really? What's not fun about this?
I don't know. I think I might start by walking. Like Ella and Jennifer like to walk, so maybe I'll
Yeah, it's always
I'll ease into it.
yeah. Well, it's a good way to kind of warm up, and then you won't, pull anything.
which is highly probable. These shoes are like clouds, huh?
Oh, I love these Hokas.
They're amazing.
Shout out to the Hoka.
Shout out to the Hoka. Maybe they'll give us some like free stickers or something.
At least.
If I was reading that card, do something today that your future self will thank you for. I think learning how to play chess would be a good one.
Yeah.
Running, potential. Potential good one.
Number 10.
Yeah, it's low on the list. Well, Ted, I want to thank you for our friendship and just all the business we've done together, and just coming over and hanging out with us, and appreciate your time.
Yeah, absolutely. My pleasure. It's amazing to see how your company's grown and flourished and really become such a leader in the market. And I say this not just because you're my friend and that sort of thing, but you do such great work. It speaks for itself, and just so proud of what you and your company's been able to do with some of the amazing projects around town and just throughout the state of California.
Yeah, who would have known the plans that God had for us, huh?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah,
Well, thanks again, Ted.
yeah,
Appreciate it.
absolutely.